1, 2, 3. I'm guessing we're live, guys. Hello again. Here we are. I'm Eddie from Living Earth Systems, and we're going to show you what's going on with our special little creatures here. We've been getting a lot of attention lately because we have these worms that are able to be one part of the process of digesting actual expanded polystyrene foam, which we know as styrofoam. So I want to show these guys to you here, and I want to clear up a few questions that are out there. What's going on? Here they are right there. They are being referred to as a mealworm. They're actually not a mealworm. They're a different larva. A mealworm can only process styrofoam for a very short while. There was a study done by Stanford that showed that mealworms actually carried an intestinal gut bacteria that was able to process styrene and bring it back into organic particles. I want to clarify something else as well. When we say organic to people, a lot of the times they're misinterpreting what we say, and they're kind of thinking like an organic certification, like we're going to grow organic produce with this. But that's not actually what I mean. I mean organic in the term, in a chemistry term, an organic molecule. So they've brought it back full circle through this process. I also want to clarify with everyone that it's not just a matter of these guys eating styrofoam and that's it. Because if we just start setting that up in surfboard factories or at schools or anything else, as you can see in this first screening section that I have set up, this is actually a meticulous process we have set up. And you can see as it's been screened out there, you can still see little white particles in there. I would refer to this as frass, the droppings. And this still does include microparticles of styrofoam. So they have not eaten that all the way through. So now through a process of screening and other things we've developed, we can feed it to them again. They will eat the smaller particles, but we're still not done with it at that point. After that point, we start to introduce other creatures which break it down into even more organic material. And as you can see in here, these guys are eating it after some earthworms, wood lice, amphipods, and many other creatures and bacteria have been added to it. And that looks a lot less like soil. You're not really going to find any styrofoam chunks in that right there. That's been completely digested into a different form. But we're not going to stop there. We keep going. After that, we added in with a whole lot of other creatures. These creatures right here are earthworms. And this has gone through earthworms, amphipods, it's gone in with leaf culture, all sorts of other stuff has gone on to create this into what we call a bioremediated product. And what I mean by a bioremediated product, I want to make clear to everyone that no, we are not selling organic dirt. No, we're not trying to grow food with this. What we're actually doing is we're growing things like flax material, vetiver material, things that we can absorb all of the styrofoam material into, even though it's been turned back into an organic isotope. We're just being extra safe, and we do everything in closed containers. And this is literally styrofoam that's been transformed into a plant. So I want to make that clear to everybody and sort of point out what we're doing. And also try to stop the enthusiasm from getting ahead of the facts. I use that slogan a lot, and the reason that is since we put this out there, we just got run by WSL lately. I think we've had like 250,000 views on it, and when people are looking at that, you're getting all sides of the coin. And some people are saying, hey, what are they doing? Are they just breaking it back down into smaller pieces of styrofoam? Other people are saying, hey, I want to go try this at home. So my answer to that right now with this Facebook Live is to try to bring a little bit of clarity to it with everyone, because this is a process that I've worked on for decades, and it's very complex. I can't actually show you all the ins and outs of this process right now because we have patents pending. Eventually, we are going to hand this technology to the world. We have no intention of trying to make money off it for ourselves. We're shifting it into our nonprofit. But we also want to make sure other people don't tie it up or it doesn't get confused and we don't get sued over anything. we're trying to actually put this out there to make the world a better place. We feel like it can ultimately be the answer to the municipal industry, to all the styrofoam that has any type of food particles on it or any substances that can't be washed off. Styrofoam, it takes about $3,000 a ton to wash it, which actually makes it sort of recycling deficit if it is dirty. So a lot of that still winds up in the landfills or in the oceans or anywhere else. So this is an idea for us to follow and to try to develop further, to cross our T's and dot our I's before we let the momentum grab ahead of us. So right now we're piloting a project with Rye Harris Surfboards, Earth Technologies. They're running a Kickstarter campaign right now, and they're trying to become the first zero waste surfboard manufacturing facility. You can check it out on the World Surf League. They posted it yesterday. I think it's also posted on Stab Magazine. So join in, make some comments, let us know what you think.
Say hi to Joel.
Yeah.
Joel is listening live.
Hey Joel, how's it going there? Yeah, so the idea for us to be able to share this with the world and show people that it's not just the worms eating it down into smaller pieces of styrofoam, and then to let them know that ultimately we're putting this through a whole process and rigorous testing. But what's going on, like if you can actually see here, you can see the worm's ability to spit it right out themselves and do some of the particle separation for us. So that's about it, guys. This one was going to be short and sweet. It was just kind of an answer to what was going on. We have another thing going on that you can support us with if you're interested. We have what's called the Earth Stewards Club. We share a lot of information. You have access to our online classes and a lot of other stuff. But people ask us how they can support us and what we're doing. So we created what we call the Earth Stewards Club, and there's a ton of information on it. If you get on our mailing list, we'll send you out some information. I'm not exactly sure how that goes. Sam, you want to tell them how that works?
About what?
How they get on the mailing list and such for that? This is Sam with Living Our Systems. She's going to fill you guys in for the rest of that there.
Hey guys. Yeah, if you want to get on our email newsletter, we send out a lot of information on what we're up to, tips on how to go zero waste and compost and garden and do aquaponics. And you can get all of your questions directly answered through that email. You can just go to our website and there's a little tab on there that says get on our newsletter or subscribe. It's one of those two. And you can just put your email in there. And I'm going to put, I'm in the background on the computer. So I'm going to, in the comments, I'm going to put a link both to Rye Harris's Kickstarter. And he has some really cool prizes or gifts if you support. You can support with $1 all the way up to like $800 and you get a custom surfboard or eco surfboard. So I'll put that in the comments, and also there's already a link to the Earth Stewards Club, and yeah.
Yeah, and so all of this walks hand in hand with the nonprofit we've started, and that's called REC, Regenerative Education Centers, and that focuses on educating people about regenerative lifestyles. That goes beyond just the agricultural things we do, also getting into how to deal with styrofoam and potentially bioremediate it. We have some precious plastic machines coming to process plastic from ocean cleanups and to take in styrofoam on drives with Waste to Waves, where we'll actually be able to bring in styrofoam, and we've created long-term useful products that can support regenerative lifestyles that we can bring some of this stuff in and upcycle it with, as well as educating people through this. So keep your eyes open for what we have going. We'll be filling you in as we go forward and letting you know. And until then, we're really stoked to have everybody here. livingearthsystems.com. Check out Rye Harris on the Kickstarter thing. And
Did you already talk about how we don't, it doesn't go into little pieces and stuff?
I did. I feel like I've explained
I'm
that
gonna check
out
if
to
there's
everyone.
any questions.
And we can see if anybody has any questions on that.
Oh, Joel says remind folks to sign up here in Facebook to get notified when you guys are live like this. Oh yeah, so I'll also put a link to that. Coming in. Thanks, Joel, for that reminder. He was just saying that you can sign up to be notified when we go live on Facebook. Like I sent out a little reminder to everyone. You get pretty much like a Facebook message from Messenger. and you could, with a direct link to videos whenever we go live, which is about once a week. We've been trying to do Thursdays, but
yeah,
life happens.
So this is like the 4th Facebook Live we've done so far, and we haven't really been consistent with it, and we're trying to get a lot more consistent. We're building that into our models. Right now, we're talking to you from our lab that we have set up in San Diego, California. We have various experiments going on here, and this will actually be probably ground zero for the first of a series of rec centers that will provide education, serve the local communities right there where they're at, where we will continue to shoot film and media and document what we're doing so we can reach out to the world and hopefully inspire some more regenerative ideals for people's lifestyles as well. Like I say, beyond agriculture, into regenerative businesses. There's all sorts of different angles we could tackle on this, but basically what we're trying to talk about is take anything that you're going to work with and leave it better than you came. And that's sort of a stewardship to me. So that's what we're trying to promote as well. And so one last look at this while we got you here. I'm going to take this off and I'm just going to give you a quick little peek at the lab here. This passive aquaponic system you see there.
Oh, and Daniel commented,
behind you.
Love the aquaponics breakdown you did.
Behind you is a saltwater aquaponics here. Daniel, thanks for that comment. Awesome. This is another passive aquaponic system you see here. This one actually has giant prawns living in it. These are the freshwater giant river prawns. And that one prawn grows everything that you see here with no other really, I mean, there are micro creatures and such in these symbiotic relationships. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on here at the lab. We will keep you posted, and it's been great talking to everybody, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Aloha.